Every time you talk to an AI, a physical machine halfway across the world screams under a sudden, intense demand for power. The sheer scale of computing required for modern large language models means artificial intelligence has crossed a physical threshold. It relies on thousands of clustered machines running at maximum capacity. AI is heavy industry. Traditional data centers spread power evenly across servers. AI data centers are like blast furnaces, compressing energy into dense clusters, pulling 120 kilowatts per rack. To stop chips from melting, cold liquid must be pumped directly through the system. The computing density of these chips is doubling at a staggering rate, leaving our legacy power grids completely unable to keep them cool and supplied with electricity. A tech giant can construct a massive AI data center in about 1 to 2 years. Utilities, however, take 5 to 10 years to secure permits and build the high-voltage lines to connect that facility to the grid.
This graphic breaks down a crucial distinction: the total global energy mix versus electricity generation. Oil makes up roughly 29% of all energy used globally, mostly for transportation. But for electricity, the specific grid powering data centers, oil share drops below 2%. Because the existing grid is tapped out, developers are squeezing these massive campuses right up against the few substations that still have capacity. This physical bottleneck pushes heavy server halls directly into residential suburbs. The public utility system physically cannot expand fast enough. To prevent the AI rollout from stalling, the largest companies in the world are engineering massive workarounds to secure their own power. In the world's most critical data center hubs, places like Dublin, Ireland, and Loudoun County, Virginia, the local electric grids are completely maxed out. They literally cannot offer developers a single extra megawatt of power. To keep the servers running right now, companies are forced to embrace a bring-your-own-power model. They are securing approvals to build massive, on-site natural gas turbines, burning fossil fuels right next to the server halls. Tech companies have made highly publicized pledges to achieve carbon neutrality. Yet, to guarantee their own uptime, they are actively constructing new fossil fuel infrastructure. Relying on natural gas to bridge the gap proves how desperately behind the clean energy grid really is when faced with exponential demand. Wind and solar are cheap and clean, but they fail the most critical requirement of an AI data center: baseload power. Servers run all day, 7 days a week. They cannot turn off when the wind stops or the sun sets. To secure continuous zero-carbon electricity, the industry is looking deep underground at enhanced geothermal systems. This diagram shows how enhanced geothermal bypasses natural hot springs. Engineers use oil drilling technology to bore deep into hot rock and fracture it. Cold water is pumped down, absorbs extreme heat, and returns as pressurized steam to spin turbines. Google has been running a data center in Nevada, partially powered by a next-generation geothermal grid built by Fervo Energy since late 2023. Enhanced geothermal solves the intermittency problem of solar and wind entirely. Still, it remains a highly complex underground engineering feat that will take years to scale globally. Global electricity demand from data centers surged 17% over the last year. To meet that kind of sustained draw, tech giants are making unprecedented acquisitions of existing nuclear infrastructure. Microsoft signed a 20-year, $1.6 billion agreement to resurrect a retired reactor at the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant. Constellation Energy is rebuilding the facility to feed Microsoft's AI clusters exclusively. Amazon spent $650 million to buy a data center campus directly adjacent to the Susquehanna nuclear station in Pennsylvania. They are plugging in behind the meter, bypassing the public utility grid entirely to siphon power straight from the reactor. For the long term, the industry is betting on small modular reactors. Instead of sprawling custom towers, these compact reactors are factory-built and shipped like Lego blocks. However, strict licensing, site preparation, and grid connection rules push deployment timelines out 6 to 10 years. Advanced reactors also don't magically vaporize old nuclear waste. Instead, they recycle depleted uranium and existing materials as fuel, which dramatically reduces the lifespan of the remaining radioactivity. Nuclear energy offers the stable, massive power output that AI requires, yet it remains a highly regulated, capital-intensive gamble that will not solve the immediate capacity crunch facing the industry right now. The 5 largest tech companies spent over $400 billion on capital expenditures in a single year, aggressively buying up power to build out this physical footprint. Because these corporations have near infinite cash to lock in long-term energy contracts, the remaining supply of clean, stable power available to the public grid is stretched to its absolute limit. This graph illustrates the direct consequence. Just as intense corporate demand caused shortages for computer chips, the massive draw on the power grid creates structural bottlenecks. Slower grid upgrades and scarce capacity inevitably pull residential electricity prices upward alongside them. Cheap, reliable electricity functions as the hard physical limit on whether a country can actually host AI infrastructure. AI supremacy depends entirely on heavy industry, massive capital, and whoever controls the power grid required to turn the chips on. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to KYC AI Labs.